heavyweight champion Dubois pulls out of title defense against Parker. Luis Rubiales found guilty of kissing Spanish footballer Jenni Hermoso without consent at a World Cup. And when we bring the discussion down to the NWFL Premiership March Day results, of course, title holders Edo Queens, Bielsa Queens, River Angels, and Red Stars continue their impressive start. Well, good morning and welcome to Sports Radio 360 on Your Women Radio 91.7, Nigeria's first and only radio station for women and their families. I am Miracle Phillip. I get to serve you with sporting updates right here on Your Women Radio 91.7, and we get to do this Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Just so you know, we are currently live on our Facebook and YouTube channel, so you want to catch the video alongside the audio that you're listening to on Sports Radio 360, well, check out our page, WFM 917. Let's get to it. The heavyweight champion Dubois, the very one we get to remember, who defended his title in September with a knockout win over Anthony Joshua at Wembley. The very touching result, really. The one that got a lot of people asking questions. Anthony Taylor, are you retiring? Isn't it time? Well, he has withdrawn, I said yesterday, from his scheduled title defense against Joseph Parker, and this was set for Saturday after falling ill. Now, currently, he holds the IBF title, and he actually underwent a medical examination in Saudi Arabia. He missed the scheduled press conference, and of course, that has contributed to the reasons why we get to find that this is what is news that, well, he's sick and he cannot do this one that we're looking forward to on Saturday. Well, Parker actually had to come and say, well, if he is healed, I hope he gets well soon. I'm looking forward to Saturday and a great show. However, well, he would not be on that bout for Saturday. Well, we get to know, and when we take ourselves back in time to, the feat of Dubois, he took the interim belt in June by beating Filip Hegovic and was upgraded to the champion when Alexander Usyk vacated the title due to his rematch clause with Tyson Fury. Well, we hope to see how everything goes down, because even the person he was supposed to go against on Saturday, I'm talking about former world champion Parker, claimed the World Boxing Organization heavyweight title in 2016 by defeating Mexican Andy Ruiz, and he lost the title to Joshua in 2018. Thought to bring that one in for you. It's still Sports Radio 360 on Your Women Radio 91.7, Nigeria's first and only radio station for women and their families. I must squeeze this one just before we take a break. Well, the kiss that caused a stir across the world, and that which was planted by the former president of the Spanish Football Federation, Luis Rubiales, on Spanish footballer Jenni Hermoso without consent at the 2023 World Cup has got a lot of people talking. Yes, it did cause a lot of stir, but now we're getting to see that he has been ordered to pay a fine worth more than 10,000 euros. And that's because he was found guilty of kissing the player without consent. He was accused of sexual assault and coercion after he kissed her, while celebrating Spain's victory at the Women's World Cup Final 2023. And as of yesterday, Madrid's High Court returned its verdict but cleared him of coercion. They actually ordered him to pay a fine worth more than 10,000 euros, set at 20 euros a day over an 18-month period. However, Rubiales has come out to say, you know what, I'm not giving up. I'll appeal this court ruling, which has found me guilty of sexual assault. We'll get to see how that pans out, really. But this is a big statement to how women have to be treated. You can't come out and say, oh, you kissed her, she accepted it, it was mutual, and the person say, hello, don't be me talk make you do that now. How about you embarrassing me? I know we're all excited about the victory, but did you have to kiss me? Did you? Well, there are always consequences for actions, right? Yeah. Well, it's still Women Radio 91.7, Nigeria's first and only radio station for women and their families. We'll take a break right now, and when we come back, even more sporting stories for you. Listening pleasure.
Women Radio 91.7, breaking the culture of silence.
My better people better don land o. Ives Medicare HMO na one of that ogbonge health main ten ance organization wey our government stamp gidigba for health insurance matter. My country people, why you go sick before you cover yourself? What if money no dey when you fall sick? Ives Medicare HMO get better health plan and benefit for organized private sector, schools, communities, and even private individuals and families. Ives Premium for all their plans dey pocket friendly o. Na shikini money. Ives Hospital Network na all over Naija. Dem fit help you arrange treatment for obodo oyibo. Their head office na number 2 Osho Street, Okpebi Lane Bridge, Okpebi Road, Ikeja, Lagos. For more information, call 08093555863 or 08032639058. Ives Medicare, health protection in your colors.
With Money Master, Nigerians everywhere can now open accounts, send, collect, save, and deposit money from anywhere and to any bank with any kind of phone. We can also pay bills, buy airtime and data for ourselves and our loved ones, and so much more. Just dial *995# or download the Money Master PSP app today.
Money Master, the easy way to master your money.
Love is in the air at Women Radio 91.7 FM, and we're spreading double the love this Valentine's season. From February 1st to 28th, take advantage of our double dose Valentine's promo. Book an advert spot with us and we'll double it absolutely free. Yes, you heard that right. Twice the exposure, twice the impact, with no extra cost. It's our special way of showing love to our incredible customers and listeners. Don't miss out. Book your slots today. For more details, email sales@wfm917.com or call 0806 0933 694 or 0806 0092 137.
The season of love is here again. Let's fulfill your Valentine getaway dream with our fully furnished and luxurious apartment with uninterrupted power supply at Grace Apartment by Madiba Beautiful Homes and Garden, Orchard Road, Lekki, Lagos State, Nigeria. Spend 2 nights and get 1 free. Please call 0916 303 9000. Grace Apartment, a place of comfort and relaxation.
Thank God it's Friday.
It's Friday night and you've had a long week. You can't wait to get off that tie, kick off those shoes, and relax. Well, I got you. Welcome to Energy Unscripted, the show where we talk about the good, the bad, the ugly, and everything in between. We talk about trending subjects and real life issues. We bring you the joy, the vibe, the energy to make that weekend start on the right note. But what are you waiting for? Tune in to WFM 91.7 every Friday from 7:30 to 8 p.m. And when you listen once, you'll be back.
Are you searching for durable, guaranteed, elegant, affordable home products? At Eleganza Industrial City Limited, we put you first. From plastic chairs for adults and babies, party tables and school tables, disposable plates and cups, as well as reusable plastics, food warmers and cooling boxes, trash bins of various sizes, baby diapers, lady sanitary care products, luggage of various sizes, hair threads, and lots more. Eleganza Industrial City Limited has got you covered with our elegantly designed products in unique shapes and sizes. Visit us at Kilometer 68 Lekki Ekpe Expressway after Eleko Junction, Ibeju Lekki, Lagos. Or you can call 081 801 99999 or 090 914 73665. Or you can send us an email at eleganzaindustrialcity@yahoo.com or info@eleganzagroups.com or sales@eleganzagroups.com. You can visit our website www.eleganzagroups.com. Eleganza Industrial City Limited. The name is our guarantee.
Every individual has a story, a mixture of scars and victories. No one can ever be fully prepared for life. No one can ever be fully prepared for the twist of fate. Coming to you on your Women Radio 91.7 FM, Tong Okewale Shunaya, the ones that are bold enough to bear it all. Only on Tone Talks Sundays, 5 p.m. on Your Women Radio 91.7 FM.
What are the consequences of corruption on the woman? Silence. Silence through diverse forms. Education, healthcare, laws and policies fostering unfavorable conditions to the woman at all levels. The Woman Agenda, breaking that silence, demanding accountability, transparency and good governance. The Woman Agenda is deliberate and calculative in amplifying the voice of women. The Woman Agenda, Fridays,
3 p.m.
on Women Radio 91.7, a platform on the way forward.
Women Radio 91.7.
Well, it's still Sports Radio 360 on Your Women Radio 91.7, Nigeria's first and only radio station for women and their families. I am Miracle Phillip. Always a pleasure to get to serve you with sporting updates. Let's get into it. We have to talk about basketball. Everything that has to do with the 2025 AfroBasket qualifiers. And very important, the fact that our very own the Tigers are out to make a statement for themselves. Well, the head coach of the Nigerians, the Tigers, are talking about Abdurrahman Mohammed, has said that his players are ready to roll, and we have a game to look out for today. Yeah, today being Friday, because the Tigers are already in Libya, and it's about time they make a statement with their opening Group B encounter of the 3-day mini tournament. Yes, unlike the October episode, the Nigeria team could not get access into Libya. I'm talking about the football team. Remember that episode with the Super Eagles? Well, the Tigers are already in Tripoli, and of course, they are out to face Uganda. It's going to be 6 p.m. Nigerian time today. I had to paint that analogy, really. Well, the Nigerian team's last match is against Cape Verde on Sunday. And I mean, all preparations have been underway. I know there have been lots of talks about certain players that have actually been in the team, the Tigers team, and some that have been dropped. And many of those plenty speculations, but what we want to see is how the Tigers are able to triumph and make it through for this qualification stage of the AfroBasket 2025. All right, switching sides to the world of tennis, and we have to talk about the fact that former world number one, I'm talking about no other than Venus Williams, has been given a wild card for next month's Indian Wales in what would actually become for her first match for almost a year. Yeah, Madame actually slipped all the way to 974th in the world. And she's actually not played a WTA tour level match since losing in the first round of the Miami Open last March. And also, it will be her 10th appearance at Indian Wells, one that she actually avoided for 15 years after her sister Serena Williams was booed by the fans during her win over Kim Clijsters in 2001 final. And some people say, why did you have to do that? Hello, solidarity for my sister. You boo my sister, I'm taking myself out. Okay. Well, what is beautiful is that she's actually come back in spite of the fact that even the other had actually accused the fans of racial abuse. Beautiful, because Serena Williams returning to the tournament in 2015, Venus playing the following year, but now having this wild card to show forth that, hey, I'm 44 years old, but it's not the end of the world. Let's do this, baby. I trust you will. And yeah, when we talk about the Qatar Open, well, British number one Jack Draper had actually fought back from a set down to beat Matteo Berrettini and reach the the semi-finals of the Qatar Open. Yeah, he took the opening set, winning up with 4-6, 4-6-3. And having to even talk about it, he said, I felt in the second set I was knocking on the door and not quite taking my opportunities, but I stayed strong. Yeah, it was such a tough battle against such a player, but here we are, up to the semifinals, and here we go. Draper will now face Jiri Lekeka in the last four after this particular player claimed a shock 6-3 3-6, 6-4 victory over Carlos Alcaraz. For Carlos Alcaraz, that was actually his second defeat of the year after he had lost to Novak Djokovic in the quarterfinals of the Australian Open. So we get to see how this particular one would pan out. Still, Sports Radio 360 on your Women Radio 91.7, 17 minutes past 7. And don't forget, the phone lines are open for you to get to be part of this, because all you need to do is call in 07000 917 917, 07000 917 917, 09155 917 917. Toll-free number for women 0800 1235 917, and then we have our text and WhatsApp line 08155 917 917, 0703 175 6537. Okay, so because Atalanta were eliminated from the Champions League, their head coach Gian Piero Gasparini looked for somebody to put the blame on instead of taking responsibility, and called Lukman the worst penalty taker of that moment. Well, Lukman had to actually come out too, because the way they were speculating, the whole gist was like Lukman took the opportunity of taking that penalty from the penalty taker, and he was like, hey, I actually took permission from this person and the person of large, and then I took it, and yes, mistakes happen, but it's just so disappointing that you look at me with all the effort. I came in after substitution, just came in, scored a goal, and none of that was recognized just because I missed a penalty. Well, a lot of people have been talking, especially Nigerians. They're like, hey, guy, you have to carry yourself out of this Atalanta, meaning what? How do you talk to our African best like that? For what now? We're not taking this nonsense. So, yeah. So even Fabrizio has come out to say that Lukman is beginning to contemplate a departure from Atalanta this summer. This, just sheds light on everything that happened down with Napoli and Victor Osimhen. Whew. This is our wonderful Italian league, really. Wonderful indeed. Well, let me bring you up to speed with what went down in the MPFL. Lots of actions, actually. Yeah, Ikorodu City. They came back in March Day 25, defeating Plateau United. It was an interesting game, and that was 2-1. We also got to see that in Ibadan. Lobby Stars, right after Daniel Mokachi left the team, they now have a new interim coach, Samuel Dingy. Well, for them, it was a chance to share points with Shooting Stars, and that was on a 2-2 draw. Heartland FC, well, they lost to Niger to Tornadoes, and also we got to see that they actually lost to Niger Tornadoes 2-1. Aqua United drew with Rivers United 1-1. Sunshine Stars drew with Kano Pillars 1-1. Abia Warriors were victorious over Enugu Rangers with 1-0. Fidelis Electrical will just be like, we're not giving up anyway. We're not giving up. I'm talking about the defending champions. Well, El Kanemi Warriors and Bendel Insurance ended that particular game with no goals scored. It was 0. Bayelsa United drew it with Nasarawa United. Also, Remo Stars were victorious over Kwara United to stay top of the table. Katsina United took victory over Eyimba with 2-1. These last two matches were yesterday played. Their next matches are going to actually be on Wednesday, and we love to see how the upturning gets to be in the MPFL this particular time, because Bremer Stars are still topping it right now. 51 points from 25 games played, followed by Shooting Stars with 41 points. It's a whole margin of 10 good points. Can they upset Remo Stars? Is that possible? Well, we get to look at how the forthcoming matches will determine all of this. Still, Sports Radio 360 on your Women Radio 91.7, Nigeria's first and only radio station for women and their families. Let's take a quick swipe now and take a look at what went down in the NWFL as well. Don't tell me you're not following the NWFL, because you really should. In the same way you follow the NPFL, you should follow the NWFL. And we saw matches being played March week 6. Benway Queens lost to Rivers Angels. Bielsa Queens took victory over Niger Ratels with 2-1. Ibom Angels were victorious over Adamawa Queens with 3-1. Delta Queens took victory over Robo Queens actually with 4-1. Danas Ladies, they lost to Rema Stars Ladies. It was a 2-0 scoreline. Confluence Queens also losing to Edo Queens, defending champions. Nasarawa Unite, Nasarawa Amazons actually victorious over Hatla Queens with 2-0. It was the same Queens and Confluence Queens, and then Abia Angels victorious over Ekiti Queens with 1-0. That's exactly what went down. And then as we look at it, still topping Group A is Remo Stars Ladies, followed by Edo Queens, followed by Nasarawa Amazons. We also have in Group B, top 3, Bielsa Queens, Rivers Angels, FC Robo Queens. Well, you're anticipating the bout that will go down in the Premier League this weekend, aren't you? Of course. There's lots of action to look out for, and let's talk about all of these matches. Well, today, Leicester City will open up the weekend with a battle against Brentford. We're also going to see tomorrow Everton take on Manchester United. I don't even want to talk more about Manchester United. Burnley will take on Wolves tomorrow. Ipswich Town will take on Tottenham Hotspur. Southampton will take on Brighton. We'll also see Arsenal taking on West Ham tomorrow. Fulham will look to go head-to-head, toe-to-toe as well with Crystal Palace. Chelsea will have themselves a chance to prove against Aston Villa, and this will actually be tomorrow. Newcastle will take on Nottingham Forest. This will be on Sunday. Manchester City will go against Liverpool on Sunday. Look at Liverpool's last match. They were not able to clinch 3 points as they drew 2-2 with Aston Villa. Will they be able to clinch 3 points and stay ahead on the table? What about Manchester City? Their last match, they were victorious over Newcastle, but their form seems to have dropped in the Champions League bout against Real Madrid. Let's see how that particular one will go down this weekend. Also in La Liga, Celta Vigo will take on Osasuna. And this will actually go down today. Osasuna were the team that actually drew it with Real Madrid last Saturday, 1-1. And then we got to see that, Jude Bellingham had actually incurred himself a red card in the course of that game. Alaves will take on Espanyol tomorrow. We're also going to see Rayo Vallecano take on Villarreal, the team that lost to Barcelona. And Barcelona actually taking that chance and clinching themselves 3 points and getting themselves top of the La Liga table with 51 points. So far, so good. They're going to have themselves the chance of their lives actually to see if they could reclaim a point against Villarreal. That's possible, but that's going to be tomorrow. Valencia will take on Atletico Madrid tomorrow. Las Palmas will take on Barcelona. Athletic Club will go against Valladolid. We'll see Real Madrid take on Girona. That's going to be on Sunday. Yeah. And also, Getafe will take on Real Betis. We'll get to see how Anthony gets to wade through the waves of that game. Real Sociedad will take on the Gans as well as Sevilla taking on Mallorca. That will be on Monday. Plenty of games really to anticipate in La Liga. And I mean, when we're looking at who is stopping it, yes, like I said earlier, it's Barcelona right now, 51 points. They're sharing the same with actually Real Madrid 51 points. Atletico Madrid a third with 50 points. The